So next we'll add a camera to a scene. What we'll do is we'll place a camera in this scene and just rotate it around this video game. So from the top, or actually from the front viewport, we'll go ahead and place a camera. And the camera, the way it works is very similar to the lights. You remember target and free, probably from the lights. You've got target spot and free spot. And remember, the target spot is 2 points, so it's where the light's coming from, where the light ends up. Well, it's the same with the camera. The target would be where the video is being filmed, and then this would be where it's aimed at. And then free would be like a free floating camera. So we'll start with the target camera. Since we're going to rotate around this video game, we just click and drag and drop it at the bottom of the video game here. And then I'm going to zoom out in these other viewports, make sure that it's positioned well. And it is. Now if we want to see what this camera is seeing, as soon as you add a camera, it's now listed in your viewports. So instead of the left viewport, we could right click that and go under views and choose camera 1. See, it's the same with this, or I could call this game camera 1 if I wanted, and that name would show up over here. Say game camera 1. And so now I'm seeing exactly what the camera's seeing. And it's a little zoomed in too much, so I'm going to back off a little. And I'm also going to select this bottom part and raise it up. So this is what the camera is seeing, and then I can create an animation if I want by clicking this camera, turning on my auto key, and let's see, I'll place the first keyframe here, and then say this is 100, so say by 25, or actually I'm going to go ahead and raise this. So I'll go down to this icon here and raise it up to 200, so it's a little smooth, a little smoother than it would have been. And then at 50, we'll say at 50, I'll be over here. And we'll say at 100, I'll be over here. And then at 150, I'll be over here. And by 200, we're back where we started. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play and see how that looks. You can see how it looks from a different viewport, but if I right click on this viewport, I can see exactly how that looks from there. So if I want to render out this, which I do, I can do that by clicking render, making sure this is selected. I don't need auto key on anymore, but making sure that this is highlighted, this viewport, and then rendering from there. So I can click render, render, and I'll choose 800 by 600. I'll go down to files, and the format, I'll choose QuickTime. I'll tell it to go to the desktop, and I'll call it game. I'll call it game movie, actually. Game movie. Save. And it'll ask me about the quality. That's fine. Hit OK. And then render. And you know what? It only rendered one frame, and that's because I had still selected. This single still frame here. So I need to go to range and tell it from 100 to 200. And then render. Now it's working.